Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Did you work out today? I worked out. I feel good. I got the pump, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah. Got my Tangem wallet in, baby. Ready to keep my calves nice and safe. Got the lemon going into the water. Oh, what a lovely day it is. Oh, what a lovely day it is. Shout out to each and every one of you. I also got grounded, laid down in my backyard against the earth, barefoot. And, you know, that takes away electromagnetic frequencies, gets you in the mood, gets you going. And I'm dead serious. I'm really serious about being grounded, you know, getting myself grounded. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. Haven't worn this tie yet on the live stream. New tie. New tie. Shout out to you all. Thank you for being here. Let's take a big sip of the lemon water. I put the lemon into the water like I do every single day. Shout out to the lovers of life. Shout out to the crypto lifers. Shout out to everybody here that knows their life is an opportunity. And today is the day to take advantage of that opportunity. Could be the last day of your life. You never know. Make sure it's the best day. God bless each and every one of you. Let's get into the charts. Let's get into Bitcoin. Let's break it down. That was just lovely. You got to love that. It was a beautiful sip of water. God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Breaking it down, looking at what's happening in the markets today. All right, we got the tickers running by us. Ooh, I'm in the wrong spot. I moved myself for, why did I move myself? Who knows? But maybe I never would put myself back. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for your most precious asset, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Waves up 1%. You know, Monero up at 135. Still holding above $100 too. Monero pretty hard. Zilliqua, a little bit of green. 1 inch, tiny bit of green though. People are buying into Bitcoin right now. Tether coming on in. Tether was unpegged for a second yesterday. Got people a little freaked out. have no fear. Things are okay. All right? Things are okay. Found a new coin here that I wanted to talk about, but only in my trading group. If you want to know what it is, I suggest you join the trading group. It'll blow your mind. So beautiful thing about that, man, we find coins all the time here together. I do deep dives all the time. On top of trading, I'm also looking for the hottest thing. I'm researching my Tukasoff, looking every single place under every single rock, trying to find, I will find, not trying. I am looking and will find the best 100x gems coming into the next bull run. So keep your mind privy to what's happening. You'll be ready to go. Dang, rapper as usual. That tie knot is fire. Thank you so much for the love, man. Got to keep it real. And I have a video on how to tie a tie if anyone wants to know. It's a short. You could just search it. You'll find it in my group. What is up, Coach? Love it. They were hilarious. Those are my guys, man. I love getting jostled around by the boys, man. Those are my buddies, man. So everyone there has been on has been in the same. Everyone there has been in the same. Like they've been on my show. I've been on Blood Show. I've been on Rice TV show. Rice TV's been on my show. Feroz has been on my show. Everyone there had been on my show before. We're like a family at this point. Well connected. Good group of people. Just love that. Just love that. Let's look at Casper getting that pullback to 2. And I kept saying, hey, someone was asking me last night, what would be a good place to jump on in? And I said, well, I'd wait for the 4-hour to reset to this, to the 21-day moving average. If we can get some type of pullback like this, you got the Adam and Eve double bottom coming to retest the neckline. Could see a big move out of that. Lately, I have seen these little flags after the Adam and Eve pump to the upside. I'll pay for a wins or not tutorial right now. Meow. Really? BB, could you bring me a tie? Someone just sent $10 to show me how to tie or not. I just need any tie. So sorry to ask you for that. Don't ask your wife for things. Only give your wife stuff. Remember, only present to the wife. Don't unpresent. You know what I mean? As long as people aren't going to be like, oh, man, he's going to, And I'm not going to take this tie off, right? I'm just going to show you what I do. All right. Okay, here we go. So you're in the tie mode, right? You want to count the buttons on the shirt. You want to be at about 3 buttons if you can. It's going to be hard to do with the headphones. You want to be at about 3 buttons if you can. I can't do it because you're on the shirt, but you count your shirt, get the 3 buttons. And each tie is somewhat different, depending on the length of the tie, the widthness of the tie. But you'll feel as the tie gets too thick, like that's too thick, you want that like narrow feel. So you get around here. Let's see, right around here somewhere. Come up a little more. You want it in the narrow section. So you want a little more this way. Come around, and the first thing you want to do is keep it in the narrow section and wing around here. All right, it's the first thing you're going to do. All right, right like that. There you go. Make sure that's neat and clean. If that's not neat and clean, you're going to have a problem. All right. Then you come around, and I do a second, just piece of the knot right there. You see that? Now everything's tight and right, and then you just come across the top, come back through the center. And these aren't clip-on ties. All these are real ties. And boom, boom. The only thing is, once you're done, it's about forming the knot. Like, you want to, like, poof it up here. You want to press out. And you want to, like, you can form it into place. You see, like so? And then whip the shirt down. It will put the tie into place. And then get yourself ready to go. And that's a beautiful man knot right there that will make you feel powerful, ready to go. And then you want to make sure that you did the length so that this fits perfectly into the back, right? Too short, it dangles. Too long, you're gonna be funny. And then you don't want the tie to be like right here. Like you don't want the tie to be, you want it right sitting right there. This was like a really good length in there. That's how you do it. Okay. Always very exciting for your show. Thank you. Anyway, someone asked a super chat. They wanted to know how to tie a Windsor. That's how you tie a knot. Let's get back in to brass tacks here. Okay, moving forward, let's take a look at Bitcoin like we do every single morning. Shout out to everybody here. Thank you for jumping on in. Happy Friday, beautiful people. Stay positive and believe in yourself. Amen. Amen. Double breasting love. Lifer, what are your thoughts on Robinhood delisting ADA, MATIC, and a few others? Robinhood's whack. They've always been whack. They're controlled. They're puppets. And yeah, I think they're whack. So that's kind of where I stand, you know. I think they're a bunch of phonies anyway. But yeah, I have no faith in that company. I wouldn't invest in it. I think they're shills for some type of bigger agency on the low. I don't know what's going on with them, but ever since that shenanigan happened with the GameStop, and I just never, I never liked them anyway. When people used to open up a Robinhood account, I would laugh at them. No offense. I'd be like, come on, man, really? Because back in the day, you couldn't even transfer the crypto off. I don't know if you can, but back then, you couldn't even transfer the crypto off. The crypto was stuck on the exchange, and I was like, well, like, what's the, like, it was just fake. It was fake crypto trading, in my humble opinion. So, I like nothing. I don't want anything to do with them. I think they're strange. Yeah, that's it. I get instincts. Like, I knew FTX. My instincts told me to stay away from FTX. Like, there was something weird going on there. So, it just is what it is, you know. And somehow I get instincts about all different types of things, and I listen. 7-minute is double bottoming, ready for a pump. Coming up with the tight moving average is 200, getting ready. We get above this point of control. We can get a move. I like the song for this, too. Shout out to my late father, Jimmy Price. I love you, Jimmy. If you want to know what this little dove here is, that is celebrate my father, 2 doves and 2 clovers. God bless my father, Jimmy Price, who passed away on May 2nd. And I love him with all my heart and soul. God bless you, Dad. Thank you for everything you've brought into my life and still continue to produce. Even in his death, I still see how he helped me and did things for me. Unbelievable. Fly high, Jimmy. Shout out to Crypto Bear Baker. Listen to that gut. It can serve you well if you're in tune with thyself. Amen. Shout out to Remy Jimmy Price. Sam, is that an Adam and Eve double bottom? Right here it was, right? This kind of is somewhat of an Adam and Eve double bottom, but not anymore. But down here it was. That's an Adam and Eve right there, if that's what you're asking. Yeah. So I'm looking for this flag to break to the upside for Bitcoin today. All right. 4 hours still has room. Can we get the pump? You know, 4 hour did make a pullback. It could be the one that ends the party. All right. And the 1 hour has finally reset. Last night when we were high, I said if we can go sideways and the 1 hour can reset, we have ourselves a high probability of a possible move to the upside. Even if you were in my trading group last night and I did an update, I said it's likely we go sideways throughout the night. You wake up in the morning, Bitcoin's exactly kind of where I said it would be, sideways throughout the night. I'm not saying I know it all, but, you know, sometimes I hit it pretty well, right? And I was waiting for this flag, and we drew this flag. We were waiting for this to happen. 15-minute is also above the 200 SMA and holding above it. It's a good sign. You see other moving averages crossing. That's a good sign. We could get a bigger move to the upside. So I see a move to the upside for Bitcoin. Of course, it's going to have to get above this resistance at 25,750 and then this bar here at 25,979. Am I buying more Bitcoin in a large chunks? I'm about to make a large purchase into BTC. I'm telling you right now, I'm beginning to look at it very, very closely for a pretty big move to get in. And I like adding to my Bitcoin stacks at these prices. You know, I want 100 BTC. I desire 100 BTC. I believe we can get there. Anything could happen. Matter, looking like it could get a bit of a pump here on the 1 hour time frame. Nice enough just to show you what I'm putting out. Matter could make a big move here. The 4 hour isn't amazing, but it's starting a bit of a breakout. If Bitcoin gets the pump, I could see Matter following suit. This is Anti-Matter, which is a cool little AI coin on KuCoin. We love trading KuCoin. Jump on it today if you want to jump on in to KuCoin. I just dollar cost averaged into a coin that I really like. You know what I mean? I'm not going to show you the ticker name. I'm actually going to get rid of that, but I just bought something. You may want to know what I just bought. Where did I buy it? On MEXC Global. MEXC Global is the place to be. MEXC Global just will show you what's up. Number one, their futures trading platform is easy to understand. Gives you great stop losses and take profits. Has some reverse features too. You can reverse the trade if you needed to. You can sell portions of the trade. It's just one of the best futures trading platforms that I've ever seen. I love it. It works really well. And the liquidity is amazing. Like when you get in, you get in. When you get out, you get out. Same with the spot trading. Always seems to be liquidity there, ready to go. I absolutely love it. So MEXC, run well, done well, and takes care of their people. I pinned the message here if you want to join the trading group and find out what coins that we're getting into for long-term 100x potential. I go over them all the time. I go over my Token Metrics account too, which also has machine learning and teaches you even more. There's just so much going on. We're gonna have a high block bot. We have we post BOOKMAP throughout the day. We're gonna show you what BOOKMAP is too as well. Shout out to everybody here. We love you more than you would ever know. Thank you for jumping on in. And we started the stream just by showing people the charts over and over again. People started making money on the charts, and then they said, hey, you helped me do this, you helped me make that. Eventually, so many people messaged me and said, I made hundreds of thousands. I did this, I did that. I said, with your education, I got here, with you this. And we decided, you know what, it's time to open up a school because so many people are helping. Let's advertise this. Let's get it going, and let me do this for a living. Let me teach for a living. And you guys have given me such a beautiful life and such a beautiful purpose. Making money alone is cool, but helping people make money is even cooler. I'll tell you that right now. Flamingo 22, my man, that's so funny. Bitsort DL can be bought by mining MEXC Global, mining or MEXC Global, no joking. Shout out to my man Bitsort Tao, man. Thank you for bringing that up. I don't know what it is, but hey, I hope it's cool. I don't know. I mean, I don't like to show things I don't know about, but so here's the link to the Discord. Here's the link to MEXC Global. Those two things will help you out. Also help the channel. I do get a commission if you jump on in. I'd greatly appreciate it. So that's where we stand for the day. And look, 0 spot maker and taker fees. That means when you use a market order or a limit order, you're paying 0 fees. And the same thing if you do this. The only way you're paying fees is if you market in or out of a futures contract. I mean, I find that unbelievable, and that's amazing. So, and you can create perpetual futures on coin, US Tether. Yeah, you can change it to Bitcoin or to Tether, whether you want to see it denominated in. And even just look at their markets for the day and see what's happening. They got a lot of low-cap gems compared to the rest of the markets, all right? Like this DMD, Diamond Finance, up 300%. OMN, up 211%. Kofi, up 122%. Got Guaranteed, up 96%. INS, up 96%. 83%, right? Karate, up 65%. Zero Stat. And the list kind of continues to go on. You got FGPT, like ChatGPT, Holder, AMC. You got multiple coins up over 40 to 50%. So ladies actually getting a little bit of a move. Someone was trading ladies in the trading group just the other night to the upside. So we're seeing some love with the sideways price action last night. Wasn't a lot of fireworks, but we're seeing some love. We're seeing some action here in the markets. All right. So I'm looking for this flag to break to the upside here. Otherwise, we may have a Bart Simpson on our hand. Nothing's guaranteed. We could drop right back down to here too if we can't get back above this resistance. So we have a local resistance that must be breached at 25,650, and then we got to get back above this high wick here at 25,750. We do that, we can come and tussle with this same area again, looking at the bigger picture, which I'm always doing, and hooking you up. So that's the 15-minute, the 1 hour, the 4 hours a little overbought. We'd have to get this pin, but it is just crossing the dotted line. I've seen some pretty big moves come out of that. But again, look, we're still in this giant falling wedge. S&P pumped, NASDAQ pumped. It was strange that Bitcoin did not follow suit. We looked at the dollar index. The dollar index was slumping too as well. Let's take a look at the DXY. And the DXY took a turn to the downside as I suggested on this 3-day chart. I said look for this to start to dump here from the top. I found the hidden bearish divergence, which is swing up here on the RSI, swing down here on price action. And that, my friends, started to dump us to the downside. And I also showed us that we were in this bigger channel, down, up, down to the bottom of the channel. It would only make sense back to the 200 SMA. And so we're looking for this move further down on the dollar, and we still have a ways to go. That would bring us back down to 97. And eventually, I believe that's going to pick Bitcoin up at one point. They don't have to be directly correlated, but boom. The screen share last night was the best yet. Thank you, Sam. Shout out to Marty McFly. Thank you for saying that, man. We put a lot of time into that. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much. All right, so I see the dollar index continuing to the downside on the bigger time frame. We could look at the minutia of the daily and all the other stuff. Looks like the daily may kind of go up and down here while it channels further down. But I mean, you had a bearish divergence, yet hidden bullish. Yet hidden bearish divergence too as well. And that 3-day chart suggests we will continue to the downside. And I use it a lot to kind of chart out the bigger ideas for many different coins. And I'm looking at it the same here. HISEALS getting a bit of a move. Let's see kind of what happened to HISEALS here. I was looking at it in this falling wedge, getting slightly tighter and tighter. It's at the 886 Fibonacci retracement. You get the moving averages getting tight. I wouldn't be surprised if HISEALS started to make a pretty big move later on. It is up 17% from when we first kind of looked at it, but it did do a little dip down there. So I'm not taking credit for the bigger gain, but I believe this thing is something you want to watch on the radar that could eventually get a pretty big move to the upside. You sure can, Ketty. Shout out to Ketty. Mac Volla, can you take 50% take profit on MEXC while still staying in the trade? Of course you can. Nice and simple, very easy to do. That's just something that isn't hard at all. Yes, you can. High ENS4 was on my radar. Let's see. We got the breakout here when I originally put it out. We got a little bit of a bump. Came back down. Let's take a look at the bigger picture here. Holding this weird trend. All right. But I see it doing something like this, like consolidating in a pretty big manner. And again, these high coins have been the hottest thing in the last couple of weeks. while the rest of the market's been kind of up and down. High coins have just been continuing to blast to the upside. What's a high coin? It's a fractional piece of an NFT by Fracton Protocol. A lot of people don't even know what they are. We've been trading them since October. We have a list of all the high coins right here, every single one of them. And you can see, if you just look at the list, 14%, 10%, HIBAYC. And look, HIBAYC was in an Adam and Eve head and shoulder, a Adam and Eve double bottom. It pumped 32%. Now it made a giant double bottom here, which I see a bigger move. I keep watching this, and it's in a giant double bottom too as well. HIBAYC kind of at its bottom. Kind of tells you that Bored Ape Yacht Club may have bottomed here. NFTs are starting to kind of come back. People are talking about them. They're getting a little bit of love, you know. HIRENGA is in this beautiful cup and handle, right? And I look for these type of situations here a lot in trading. I look for my 22-hour to be oversold, ready to go. I look for a hanging out, 200 SMA, and that's a giant cup and handle. I pull a Fibonacci on this just to take a look at what's happening, and my Fib tells me we're at that 786 retracement, which is a known institutional support, and we could see a move here for HIRENGA off the cup and handle to the upside. Measured move would take us the length of this wick to wick area, and I could see HIRENGA doing some damage. I would keep this on the radar. What I also look for in conjunction with this idea is, a swing up to swing up from low to low, and a swing down from the same lows. That's a hidden bullish divergence. You can label things too as well, which makes it easier to see and kind of break it down for everybody. Right-click this idea right here on the setting. Right-click it, hit the settings bar, and I'm going to call that hidden bullish div. Boom. And you can see, so we got hidden bullish divergence, a retracement on a fib, MACD coming, very oversold in the stochastics. That's my sweet spot. That's my bread and butter. I look for this type of setup over and over again. That's why they call me Sammy Cup and Hattie to the upside. Shout out to all the beautiful souls in the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Are you in good mood today? Do you realize that your mood creates everything in your life? You can, you will, you are the best. Great things are coming for you if you believe it. Great things are coming for you no matter what happens in your life. My dad passed. I could sit and cry every single day, or I can rejoice my life of my father and know that he's still in me. He still made me the man who I am today, and be proud for everything in which he's given me. It is sad that I can't hear his voice. It is sad that my mom doesn't have her companion. That's what hurts me the most, is the loneliness of my mother. The sadness of a love. She was with him since she was 19 years old, 50 years of her life. She's 74, 55 years of her life, man. I can only imagine what it's like to lose the one you love, that you were slept with next to every single night. And I don't even think my parents ever spent a day. I can't remember my parents spending much time apart, honestly. My mom went to Australia one time with her daughters. But honestly, as far as I knew my parents, when I was younger, my dad traveled, but as far, up until I was by the time I was 8 or 9, my parents slept together every single night of their lives. And so it's tough now. Now my mom sleeps alone. It breaks my heart. I almost cry more for my mother than my father. It's like both of them really, really hit you hard in the gut, So it is what it is. I don't mean to bring you down. I want to bring you up. But, the point of this story is I'm staying up even though I'm going through a hardship in my life. And I want you to know that you don't have an excuse to be depressed. You don't have an excuse to be down. You don't have an excuse to stay kind of to stay in that rut. If I'm not in the rut, then you have no excuse, right? Because we can do it together, right? And so that's kind of why I talk about it a lot. That's why I break it down, because I don't want people to, bad things are going to happen in life. It's going to go up and down. These are just the facts of life. And how we deal with them and how we react to them is the key to our success. And that's just how it is. Been holding DOT, ADA, and ATOM for 2 years. I'm down 70%. Didn't sell when I should have. I'm just going to keep holding and averaging down my entry. Don't worry. Those are great projects, in my humble opinion. And again, not a financial advice. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. But if I was in that scenario, I would just hold to the next bull run and sell them off into glory. So all will be well in the long run. All will be well in the long run. Shout out to everybody in the trading group. Shout out to my man Bishara, longing Quant. Quant did look like it could make a bit of a move. We were looking at Quant, and I'm with you. In my case, we start at 1 a.m., so I usually set up at 4 a.m. till those 4 a.m. Wow. People have, I use MEXC, no problem, Galley, no VPN or anything. If I'm using shorter because they're edit out some bits, yeah. Interesting. Anyway, so I was just looking at Falcon S. I missed this call. I looked at it and I didn't put it out. You know what I mean? It happens. And this thing actually happened to start moving to the upside. I saw this beautiful symmetrical, basically ascending triangle to the upside. Hi, brother from another mother. Hi, fam. Thank you for your answer on IG. Anytime, man. AI bots switching from fear 47 to 41. Speed change from 47 to 36. Could be a fun weekend for volatility after a big wick. He's got a hunch. His name is Hunches. He just may know exactly what's happening. He's got a bit of a hunch. Hey. And let's look at that fear and greed index for you like we do every single morning, every single day. And it's back to 47. Yesterday was at 41. That's weird that we would get that low and that slip back forth. 41 is good. I mean, getting to that shaded area, I buy more and more Bitcoin when if we can get down to the shaded area, if we can get people into real fear, which they're getting a hard time to do, but if they get more fear going, they can really get into here. That's where Bitcoin starts looking very appealing to me, into that fear zone. So I'm bullish on Bitcoin for the day. We'll see what happens. We could go sideways. What is the bearish scenario for Bitcoin? Well, the bearish scenario is that we just keep trying to tap out of here and we can't. This could be a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder too as well. I've seen that happen to me before where you get the shoulder, this rounded head, and a shoulder. I have seen those play out before to the downside. We will see. But right now, the 7 to the 15 and the 15-minute do want to get a bit of a push to the upside. The 4-hour could be the one that take us down too. We are at a resistance. We can't seem to get back above the areas of 25,650. That's going to be our rejection point. All right. Keep your head up, Sammy. I know your pops is proud of you. God bless you, brother. More than 400 watching, less than 200 likes. Search the era. Hit the like button. My man, shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset. We have 474 beautiful souls on the live, 169 likes. Let's get the likes up to the watchers on this beautiful, beautiful spring day. On our way to summer, starting in 5 days, June 21st here, the summer solstice. What a beautiful time it is to be alive. We can smell the air. We can look at the flowers. The birds are chirping. Last night, it's funny, I was sitting outside and I was looking at the stars, just kind of doing my thing. And I live in like a very heavily wooded area. And I looked up, and I don't know if it was a coyote or if it was a raccoon. I honestly think it may have been a coyote, but, you know, I guess it was a very large raccoon. But there's this little hole, like kind of like an opening of the fence, and I'm sitting there on the chair, and I look up, and it looks up, and it creeps up, and it looks right at me, and I go, and I was just like meditating. So I was like, ah! And I like freaked out. I was like, ah! And like, it looked at me and it ran away, and it looked like it could have been a coyote because it looked bigger. I didn't get a chance to fully get a look of it. And then I just sat there like, it was just so funny. It never happened to me before. I never got creeped up on like that. And like, you know, for a second I was like, what if he keeps coming? You know, and I didn't know what it was. Was it a coyote? Was it a raccoon? Pretty funny. If you ever watch that guy, there's a guy on YouTube who's raising a raccoon and a coyote. He calls it Weave. I don't know what he names the raccoon, and the raccoon like eats out of his hand. Raccoon's the cutest little thing in the world. It like eats out of his hand. And it's like a forest raccoon. It's one of the cute looking ones, you know, because then you have the different, like the city raccoons, they're kind of different. It could have been a possum too. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe it was a possum. I would have loved to have it on camera. It was insanity. It was insanity. So look, we do see big liquidity bars here at 25.8 and 26,000. My target is 26,000 for this little flag, just for a quick scalper Reno to the upside. We don't see a major downfall here of liquidity. Anything could happen. This is BOOKMAP showing us kind of where the liquidity is. And there's less volume recently too, which makes it harder to kind of see where the volume is. But you can see this red bar coming in now at 25,800. Tells us there's something definitely to be careful. We could get a move to the upside. I would watch shorting the market right now. It's a little flat. We're also starting a smaller uptrend. So we got it, you know. Sam, have you tried deep fried possum? It's good. I'm all set, man. I appreciate that. Hope you love it, though. Dog found a baby possum the other night. That would have been a great content on the short if you had it on video. I know, right? Shout out to Lifer Adam. Shout out to Lakochi Coker. Shout out to all the members, too, with their green names. And today I want to do a member stream in the backyard. So look out for that. We're going to be doing a member stream, intimate member stream, hanging out in the backyard. Can't wait to see each and every one of you there. May God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in. All right. Okay. I'll pay for WINDSOR not tutorial right meow. You're so funny, man. Just double checking. I'm not missing any super chat easies. Appreciate everybody here. Let's go. I'm big on the all set as well. No thanks. I know, right? I'm not eating monkey. I'm not eating possum. I'm not eating dogs. Certain things I'm just not going to eat. You know what I mean? I like oxtail, and that was weird for me at first. You know, my buddy from Panama put me on to oxtail, but it is so good, man. It's got this sweetness to it. But sometimes eating a tail, just, if I really think about it, it makes me gag a little bit. You know what I mean? But when you look at it and you eat it, it's fine. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? So that takes care of Bitcoin in a bit of a nutshell. If you're new to the channel and you don't see what I've been talking about for days, I'll be nice enough to kind of give you my bigger idea here. So we go to the 3-day chart, and I use the 3-day chart a lot. You might, after you hang out with me too, might become one of your go-to charts, right? You can see the MACD turning, oversold in the stochastics. And what we want to see is this RSI. It would be great if the RSI kept going down a little bit. Oh, we finally got it. Look at this. Swinging to the downside now, right? After that, we got that downside movement. But if you look at price action, we got upside movement. That's hidden bullish divergence. Also, you have a low, you have a high, you have a higher low, higher high, higher low. You have an uptrend. Until you break this low, which will be kind of hard to do here, even if you fill the CME gap, you won't break it. Even until you break this low, we are bullish. You can come down for a double bottom. We'd have to make a candle close below this low to change the trend. And the trend is to the upside at this point. The trend has changed, clearly. Like, we were in a downtrend. We're in a macro uptrend right now. And you know, anyone could say I'm not. Are we in a macro uptrend? You know what I mean? Are we in a macro uptrend? I'll start a poll here. Yes or no? I mean, I know we are. I can see it, but I just want to see what people think. Is this the time to buy Bitcoin? Is the name of, the video today. You know, Bitcoin is a huge pump coming. Is this the time to buy? I believe so. I believe it's time to begin to nibble on a large position for BTC. Next time you're in Vegas, go to the California Hotel, the restaurant on the bottom floor. They serve some of the best oxtail soup. Okay. Thank you, Zero Allegiance. Appreciate you, brother. Good oxtail, rice and peas, plantains, cabbage, staple, where my people are from. Shout out to Stack McChange in the house. We love you, Stack. Thank you for your benevolence, your love, and your respect for the Most High. Always having that high frequency vibe, man. God bless you, brother. God bless you. He says, F the 3-day, zoom out to the weekly. I look at the weekly all the time. Weekly also is getting oversold. That has a MACD bearish cross, but I've seen a MACD bearish cross of the weekly right here. We had a MACD bearish cross. I'll show you. Let's see. Right there, we had a MACD bearish cross, but nothing really happened. It was just nil, and we had a huge pump to the upside. All right. Right there, wasn't the best, right? You can say that was kind of a MACD bearish cross. I mean, it was a massive dump. But I'm all about trend, I'll be honest. MACD is the weakest signal. It's a latent indicator that goes by what happens to price action, so I'm always weary of that. We also have falling volume with falling price, which tells me a reversal is coming to the upside. Now, am I ready for the downside? Yes. Could we go down? Of course. Am I a perma bull? No. Am I open-minded to the fact that we could go even lower than this low? Anything could happen. But I've been staying strong, and if you come to my channel, I say it every single day that is our bottom for Bitcoin right there. I'm committed to that being the bottom. We have gotten out of the zone to the upside, and again, it's because I've backtested multiple assets on the weekly, and I've never seen weekly bullish divergence this strong on any asset really in the world. So, but you do whatever makes you happy. I'm not telling you that I'm right, and I'm not telling you that you're wrong. I'm just telling you what I see. I told you we had to visualize the bounce. We need to see RSI and levels we were on March 10th. That would be a good reversal sign. Ital stew all day. In Europe, they are starting to get regulated and now maybe have to change my exchange because it's like a bank now. Interesting. Yeah, I don't disagree. 15K could be at the bottom, but I see 20 to 21, 17.5 coming into play. You know, those could happen, but before we do that, we have to break the 24,300 level here, 24.4, right? And then we have to break this level here at 21,005, and then we have to deal with this liquidity zone here at 19,000. And so, like, I don't believe if we do get there, it won't be a straight shot, and we'll be able to figure it out before we get there. The TA will show us what's going to happen before it happens, so we'll be all right. We'll be all right, you know. And again, this 3-day chart showing a green bump. You know, we're getting that green bump right there to the upside after 2 days of pain. pain, pump, pain, pump, pain, pump. I see a pump coming. Also, this is starting to make its own falling wedge here inside of the falling wedge. It's getting tighter and tighter. A move is coming. I say by Wednesday, at the latest, we're going to either break out of this to the upside, at least come to the top and get a bounce, or we're going to start to make a nasty move to the downside. So by Wednesday, humbly says to me that we're likely going to get some type of move to the downside. So I would just be wary of that and keep us privy to that information. Let me get the chat. Shout out to everybody here on Twitch. Shout out to everybody here all across the game. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And may God bless each and every one of you for jumping on into the live. And there we have it here. I do have the chat from all the different chats. But for some reason, there we go. So I got the chat from all the chats here. So if you're chatting from anywhere, no matter where, what, if you're chatting from Twitch, Twitter, you can do on Twitter too. Remember, if you're watching from your phone on Twitter, you can jump on in. So shout out to everybody here on the live. We love you all. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate you all. And we can see all the people from all the chats here on Restream Chat. All right? So love you all. No matter where you're watching, Twitter, you could be watching on Theta TV too. We got you on Theta TV. We love you. And, you know, it just, I'm happy to be streaming to multiple platforms all at the same time. We'll probably get Facebook back up and running. Bitcoin getting a massive dump here to the downside. Let's take a look at what's happening immediately. They're grabbing that liquidity. Let's look at our smaller time frame, our 15-minute. Massive, massive long squeeze happening right now as we see this at 10:50. Woo. They're nailing the longs right now hard. Ooh, real hard. 269. Wow, they just meleeed us. Massive move to the downside. I mean, we did see the shoulder, the head and the right shoulder, but the 15-minute was pretty, you know. And there's the 4-hour time frame getting ugly, taking over on the move. Nasty dump for Bitcoin. And we got rejected by the major area. Nasty dump for BTC. Wow, fast one too. It's like, that's fast liquidity, right? Crazy. And you can see the actual liquidations here immediately too. Massive liquidations. 358,000 accounts just got liquidated like that. Like that. Pretty crazy how fast that can happen. Friday, low liquidity too. Liquidity hunting. But that was a nasty move to the downside. Just boom. Crazy. The 4-hour was overbought. Wanted to come down to the downside, but I didn't expect to move that fast to the downside, I'll be honest. Especially on Friday, out of nowhere. 10:50. I'm trying to look at the time. 10:50. They just demolished the charts to the downside. Nasty move. Nasty move. The only thing we could have seen is this shoulder, this head, this shoulder. Heavy resistance for Bitcoin too as well. Let's look at our smaller time frames. They weren't even rolling over. Very interesting. 1 minute even was looking for a bounce too. So that was kind of a sideways banger. It looks like, it's funny, it feels like the U.S. government is selling Bitcoin on Friday afternoons. Something weird's going on. But there you go, man. There's a nasty move to the downside for Bitcoin. Can we get back inside this channel? We'd have to break back up in here and get back inside here to remain bullish. Otherwise, this is a Bart Simpson pattern. You see the Bart Simpson? We did mention it. It could have been a Bart Simpson. And we dropped to the same level. We got a bit of a double bottom so far. We hit the same exact resistance zone or support at 25,192. Get the music back on. Music's coming back on. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Wow, the music was off for like a second. You guys love your music. I love it too. And now when we get a dump here, I start looking at the smaller time frames to see if we're going to continue the dump to the downside. We got ourselves in a bit of a pickle here. This short may continue to get a bit of a flow. So watch this, you know. This is crazy, though. Kind of has a higher low. It's breaking the higher high. To me, it was so fast, I wouldn't be surprised if we just popped right back up. It was just a liquidity grab. You know what I mean? Big buy order was planted by a bigger fish, not a whale. And this heavy, I mean, this is a lot of volatility for the morning. So we have a lot of interesting news today, too. We had these cyber guys that said they were going to hack the United States or a bunch of, the European banking system and take SWIFT down. I'm going to show you what we have here in the trading group here. Someone posted it to me, and I did verify it on Twitter. We can't guarantee it's actually going to happen, but so far it looks pretty interesting. So let me show you what I see happening here. And, we try to give you all the news around the internet. So the largest hacker groups have united for this campaign called KillNet. Revile and Anonymous Sudan. Task number 1 is to paralyze the SWIFT system. MASH. Several hacker groups are planning a large-scale attack on the European banking system, according to information obtained by Lenta. KillNet activists, members of the previously believed to be defeated Revil and Anonymous Sudan, have combined their efforts to achieve this goal. And then you see, which is interesting, today, exclusive U.S. government agencies hit in global cyber attack. Several U.S. federal government agencies have been hit in a global cyber attack by Russia's cyber criminals. They always blame it on Russia, even if it isn't. We never know. That exploits a vulnerability in widely used software, according to the top U.S. cybersecurity agency. The U.S. Cybersecurity Infrastructure Security Agency is providing support to several federal agencies that have experienced intrusions affecting their MOVEit applications. Eric Goldstein, the agency's executive assistant director for cybersecurity, said in a statement on Thursday to CNN, referring to the software impacted. So we'll give you more information, but that's pretty insane, pretty weird, pretty crazy stuff going on today. All right. We're still in this rising wedge, but you did just break out of this local resistance on the 5-second chart. Got back to the upside. Massive liquidity grab for Bitcoin. Now they're going after the shorts and liquidating the shorts here at 15 for 5 accounts. So, wow. Honestly, Bitcoin has been, I believe, one of the toughest things to trade on smaller time frames. If you hold like a swing trade with a little less leverage. But I'm telling you right now, Bitcoin has been just very unpredictable for the last, I don't know. Like last night, fine, it stayed flat when I thought it would stay flat, but it's been unpredictable. Like that was a manipulative move. When you trade all the time, the oscillator's about 80%, but when you see a move when the oscillator's kind of at the same time, I mean, the 4-hour didn't look amazing. You gotta say that. And we were at a resistance, couldn't get back above, kept getting these red candles. So the 4-hour could take us further down to the downside. And the idea is this too, we're in this smaller channel now. We got this like smaller falling wedge. Do we come back to the wedge one more time to get a bigger move to the upside? Possibility. The 4-hour says that there's more pain coming. That's why I was looking to see if we could get the pump out of the flag first. That's why I draw my flags too, because the smaller flags will dump on you, and then you'll know kind of, what more of the direction that you want to take the price action. Like you can put in a flag if the flag starts to move and stay flat. But that's the thing. We tested the flag. We reset on the 1-hour time frame. That's a pretty good strategy for me that works out a lot of the time. Today it did not. It got a massive dump to the downside. I'm always weary, though, to trade on Friday. Friday is not the best day to trade, even the weekends. All right. It's like I love you, my friend, and your wife, LML. Thank you. It's so funny how they were just planning hacker drills less than 6 months ago. I wonder why. Good buying power brings the price back. Did you hear about the FBI selling bags of seized Bitcoin under the market price? The dumbest thing ever. The dumbest thing ever. Like why would you sell troves of Bitcoin? Bitcoin miners are selling. I'm trying to see. FBI has issued a serious Bitcoin and crypto alert. No. It's funny. They seized Bitcoin in 2013. These are old articles too. U.S. government has $48 million from the sale of Silk Road Bitcoins. Fed seized $3.36 billion. They seized $3.36 billion from those two people that got it from like this. Right? They hacked that exchange or something. That couple. Funny, he sent it to a hardware wall. Left such a trail. It's so insane. But they have so much that they're slowly selling it off. You know what I mean? The married couple there. This was the story, and this was not that long ago, November. So, 50,000 Bitcoin hidden in devices, and defendant Jim Zong is now pleaded guilty on unlawful obtaining Bitcoin from the Silk Road dark web. Oh, wow. This is another person then. Wow. They got so many. They have more Bitcoin than we realize just by grabbing it up. Now Bitcoin get a move back to the upside. We'd like to see it break back inside of this pattern. Stop playing games. 1 hour is very oversold. You would expect some type of bounce here to the upside. That's why I watch the smaller time frame. Technically, that was a rising wedge that wanted to break to the downside too as well. Now you're going somewhat flat. So strange, man. I'll be honest. Like, when the volume's this low, they're able to manipulate Bitcoin even more, and we don't get traditional movement. We get this like insane, just whatever they're going to do at any moment. It's pretty weird, I'll be honest. Anyone here has been trading futures and having a harder time than they used to, you got to see this is why, I think Bitcoin is being manipulated. How funny that it drops down to liquidate like that. Did that 4 times when it dropped to 24.8. Everyone got in at super low. Wiped out in just a minute. The pirates stole so much Bitcoin until BlackRock could control it all. I know. I trade early in the mornings on Friday before I start the chores, then catch Lifer. Did you watch CryptoFace this morning and now catch Lifer, fam, and then work, man? Shout out to James Armstrong, Jim Board. MX token took a huge dive too. Let's take a look at our MX token. MX USDT. Yeah, wow, look at that, dude. On the 1 minute chart, just took a... Wow. Look at that. That's insane, right? Just dumpage. Let's take a look at the total market cap of all the altcoins. Just got hit off, right? So look at the altcoins. They're doing horrible because, like, Bitcoin's, attempted to stay inside its falling wedge, but the altcoins fell out of the wedge. They clearly fell out of the wedge. You see that? And they made this bear flag, and bear flags generally break to the downside. And I kept showing that on MATIC, on all these other coins. I was like, man, I don't like the way these coins look. Like, MATIC didn't look amazing. I kept saying the altcoins, the bigger ones, I mean, again, they're fudding MATIC too right now, right? But we were showing you this idea that MATIC didn't look like it was going to make a move. It looked pretty nasty to me. And the 3S tokens, let's go look at the 3S tokens and see how they made out. I mean, they must just got a nice bump to the upside too as well. Wow, But now we're all the way back up, and they're liquidating the longs now. Look at this. Look at this, right back to 5. Oh my God, look at this price action. These are whale fights right now. Look at the volatility. Insanity. Now they're liquidating so many people on the other side of the aisle. This is insane, and this is a massive pump back to the upside for Bitcoin. Unbelievable what's happening right now. Let's take a look at BTC. This is unexpected. I haven't seen volatility like this. And now look, we're right back inside the pattern yet again. Look at that. We're right back inside the pattern. And now that, the pattern's still valid for a pump to the upside. I wouldn't be surprised if we continued back to the upside now. Wow, look at the massive liquidations here on BOOKMAP. What am I showing you guys? I'm showing you liquidations on BOOKMAP. Dude, that was insane what just went on. Whale fight, just crazy. And we're back. Who here got liquidated? Raise your hand if you got liquidated or you got stopped out. You know it. You know it, right? Don't over leverage. Dude. Wow. And so BOOKMAP showing us where the liquidations just occurred. Both, look, that was the short liquidations, 356,000, 300,000. I mean, basically $1 million in liquidations. And probably bigger, too, on bigger time frames. Insanity. This is crazy. I tell you what, if I told you I expected this today, I would be lying to you. Also, this could have something to do with the cyber attack or something, too. You know what I mean? Seems to be some uneasiness in the markets. All right. I'm in cash. Market too hard to read right now. I made profit. Goodbye on the wick. Dude, if you got it on that wick, you got guts of steel. You know what I mean? I got liquidated on Ape. That was insane what just went on. Like, they just went after everybody. Now it's at 25,600. Starting to pump out of the flag to the upside now. And that could be a diamond on a bigger time frame. On a smaller time frame, actually. Sorry. Wow. I'm on the sideline like floor seats watching the action. I mean, That was nuts. And we know it's a Friday, but like, that's something, you know, as much as I'm always like, oh, I'm accurate, this happens, this and that, I can figure out where we're going. I mean, that was just insane. You know what I mean? It was just absolutely insane. Wow. I'm just like, wow, what a move. What a move. Now they're going hard for the 700. I mean, I'm telling you right now, the 1 hour should pump to the upside. You know, this basically should have played out without that wick to the downside. You know, now look, you're starting. Now it's back in the pattern. And once it got back in the pattern, you play the pattern exactly like the same. Now the 1 hour is pointing to the upside. We're starting to get the move to the 200 SMA. And we're back above this high volume node to gap through to the upside. These liquidations are crazy now. Look at this. This is insane what's happening. The futures market is out of control. Wow. Wow. Perfect opportunity for the risky traders to try to catch a falling knife, though. Quick 2-minute scalps and out. I'm watching the 30-minute for FileCoin. Another move incoming. Market maker doing business today. That's what I like with trading. Them whales going at each other in the market making our days. They're doing matrix moves in the chart. Where's Neo? Boom. Wow. Massive short liquidation. So they honed in on the shorts, got the shorts ready to go, and then blasted to the upside. We have more liquidity up here at 26,000. My target is 26,000 for this move, this smaller move. All right, and the bigger idea, we get to 26.38. We have to break through this high to remain bullish at 25,762, and we got to get back up to this zone too as well. All right, so wow, people were hungry to buy up that Bitcoin on the low. That was a good price. They were like, well, it retested this area. Some people might have had limit orders that got in. I stepped away 1 second. Insane, right? Let's go 26,000. Never step away. Send it. I know. Up 18% on my frosty long ever. On my first long ever. Beginner's luck or what? Let's pump it, baby. Shout out to Internet Money. First long in the game. Wow, that's crazy for you. Good for you. Hey, someone's got to win. Someone's got to lose. That's how trading works. All right. This flag should break up the measured move, which is the length of the base of this pole, to the upside. You know, it makes sense. I showed up late. Vector candle recovery. Okay. Stepped away 1 second. Scalp of the 1 minute. Wow, that's some volatility. It really is. I mean, that was insanity. But look, we're attempting to break above this high. Could just put in a double top. And I'm not going to attempt to know exactly what's happening here. This was insane. You know what I mean? It was just nuts. Just nuts. However, you know, when you move down fast, usually there's a lot of liquidity. There's liquidity grabs. Whenever you have a big candle on the left side that move down pretty fast, there are liquidity grabs. So, but still, I'm not going to look you dead in the face and be like, oh yeah, I could see that happening. What I will tell you is once you get back inside a pattern, you're likely to continue the same way as if you never left the pattern. If I told you we would be back inside this pattern, look at the wick on the 1 hour time frame. That's absurd. Look at the wick on the 4 hour. 4 hour flip bullish again. So insane. It was looking like a nasty red candle. I'm speechless here on a Friday. I mean, that's Monday. That's false move Monday. Like, that's what we see on Monday. That's why I usually stay away from Mondays. But that volatility was insane. However, look, we wicked exactly to this place where we couldn't get back above. 25,750. That's a very hard resistance point because, look, bounce, bounce, bounce. Previous support becomes new resistance. That's a heavy resistance right now at 25,750 for Bitcoin. We could open this up and almost make it like a, you know, but I feel like it was like that. But we could make it a symmetrical or a kind of a bullish rectangle. All right. False move Friday now. Winning is winning. Quant chart is hilarious. Insane. Up 500% on MX. That's nuts, man. That's nuts. Snagged 222. Wow. That's, yo, Darth, dude, man. Shout out to you for jumping on in. Sometimes I'm live streaming and I can't even move fast enough. I'm like going over the charts, but if I was alone just staring out there, would I have jumped down in? I don't believe so. That was insanity. What a crazy move. What a crazy move, man. Wow, Jesus Coin is really going that hard, huh? I had a feeling Jesus Coin would be big. I don't know why. I mean, it's got Jesus. You said all-time high. Which Jesus Coin, though? There's a few of them. There's a BNB one. And there's a, there's one here too. Shout out to anyone jumping on in watching these insane price action. 610 people. When the price action gets crazy, people run on into the markets, right? So God bless the 600 beautiful souls in the live. 250 likes. This is not your average channel. Let's get the likes up to the watches. Let's go, baby. I will infuse the energy. I will push you. Get your Tangem wallet today. I didn't get paid to say this, but I bought them. You get these 3 cards with your Tangem wallet. I have no idea what's going on here. There's something different about the Tangem wallet, and I'm going to research it, get into it, make a video about it. I can't wait to bring that to you today. Somebody make Rapture coin, LOL, right? Seems like 26,600, 500 area is kind of starting to kind of fill out a little bit. But that was a melee, man. Let's look at deck screener here real quick. Jesus coin. Wow, so Jesus coin, I mean, it did what it does. Look, it had a retracement. You pull the Fibonacci. It came down to the 786 Fibonacci level, which is the known retracement. It's in this giant fallen wedge, and it bounced to the upside, the length of the base, back to the upside. What a massive move for Jesus coin. Shout out to the Jesus holders, man. 500% gains in 30 hours. Can't beat that. You can't beat that. Tangem Alts, ELMO ERC will explode like no other. ELMO? I don't know, man. You've been pushing ELMO on us the last few weeks. ELMO ERC, we'll take a look at it. And these are just meme coins. I'm not telling anyone to jump into these. I'm just curious on my own to see what's going on. I want to see what's up with this ELMO coin. What are you doing over here? I mean, it is up pretty nicely. I'll give that to you. Kind of in this falling wedge, right? In a broadening rising wedge. Could at least just go back to the top of the channel. Pattern trading 101. 100% gains possibly coming, and then who knows from there. Very early. This thing came out on May 2nd, the day my dad passed. Interesting. ELMO coin. Just been slowly going to the upside, too. Since it started. Wow, up 1,800. I mean, 18x. Isn't that crazy what these coins are doing? Live in light and love and positivity and trade at your high frequency. The 99 is an ecosystem of some of the most brilliant traders in the space. Join the 99 and find your lifer family today. Thank you, Jesus, for giving crypto a lifer. Amen. They went back to the same point where they were previously selling from Bitcoin. Pretty crazy, right? Like, we start right back where we began. Right here, inside of the channel yet again. I mean, I find this absurd. Absurd. That is a liquidity grab. One of the fastest liquidity grabs I've ever seen. And just gave a good price for Bitcoin. Someone's like, I want lower prices. Let's get it. What I see that is the U.S. selling a large order. Just stepping out of nowhere, selling a large order. And then whales just being like, oh, we know that wallet. And just buying it right back to the upside. Like, there's a whale who watches those sells and has money on the sidelines ready to just be like, no, oh, no, you don't. Oh, no, you don't. To me, that's what's happening. But again, I could be wrong. But my instincts are telling me that's what exactly happened. Some government entity unloaded their Bitcoins, right? And there was a whale on the other side, like a white hat whale, that knew the address, knew what was going on, and already had liquidity on the sidelines and was waiting to buy it back up. And someone on the inside that knew what they were doing too. And I was like, oh, that's what you're going to do? I'm just going to buy you right back to the upside. A whale games for sure. Someone's playing games behind the scenes. Pretty crazy, if you ask me. So that's nuts. That was nuts. What do you think was happening there? What do you think just happened there? So are we in a macro uptrend? 68% yes, 32% said no. Okay, on 300 votes. Thank you for the votes. Those are awesome votes. The polls do really good for the channel. I appreciate that. What do you think just happened? If I could spell, what do you think just happened? Typical price action? Whale games. deep state selling, right? White hat buying. That's what it looked like to me, if you ask me. You know, deep state selling, white hat buying. Let me know. Must contain B1 and 35 characters. Oh, -2. So I'll put a deep state selling. I'll do deep state sell. White hat buying. There we go. Bang. Shout out to everybody. It's only manipulation when prices goes down, but when price goes up, it's not manipulation. No, it's manipulation either way. I mean, someone bought it back up to the upside. Same idea. I get what you're saying, though. People always like, oh, it's manipulated when it goes down. But, like, you know. One whale pitching and one catching. A no-hitter. If you're short, lady, wait until it breaks the 0005 line, low size. Thank you for mentioning ELMO ERC. It has sale burn, NFT burn, stake burn, and low circulation supply. Shout out to Texas Wheezy. Do you work for ELMO ERC? And be honest. Do you work for number 2? Market maker long, shorts being liquidated. Market makers playing, man. I see the 1 hour pump it to the upside here based on the stochastics, based on the flag, based on just what I'm looking at in just general charting, you know what I mean? It's all about liquidity or the Middle East. CZ ate that lifer. Yeah, CZ was like, oh, I need that. You know what I mean? He's like, I keep $2 billion on the side just to eat it up, right? Looked like a GP tap on the 1 hour time frame. Yeah, right to the golden pocket. You got it. Bing. Trade that 618. Get the move right back to the upside. Hey, I like what you're saying there. I like what you're saying. BlackRock trapping the bears. I mean, let's break that down too. So, and is this hack all over Twitter yet? Or is this just like U.S. agencies, companies, secure networks after hack? I mean, that was, I remember 2020. I remember that. But we want the new news that just came out like in the last day. Okay. I mean, U.S. Energy Department, other agencies hit in global hacking spree. It's funny that they warned us it was coming, and then today it happened. So the U.S. Department of Energy and several other federal agencies were hit in a global hacking campaign that exploited a vulnerability in the widely used file transfer software. The data was compromised as 2 entities within the Energy Department when hackers gained access through a security flaw in the MOVEit transfer, the department said in a statement. A DOE, Department of Energy official, said that those entities were the DOE contractor Oak Ridge Associated Universities and Waste Isolation Pilot Plant, the New Mexico-based facility for disposal of defense-related nuclear waste. British energy giant Shell, the University System of Georgia, the Johns Hopkins University, and Johns Hopkins Health System were also hit. All 3 groups said it in a separate statement. The latter is a nonprofit that collaborates with universities and runs 6 hospitals and primary care centers. The new victims added to a growing list of entities in the U.S., Britain, and other countries whose systems were infiltrated through MOVEit, the transfer software. The hackers took advantage of a security flaw that its maker, Progressive Software, discovered last month. The Russian-linked extortion group CIOP, which has claimed credit for the MOVEit hack, earlier said in a statement that it would not exploit any data taken from government agencies and that it erased all such data. It did not immediately respond to a request for further comment. The U.S. Cybersecurity Infrastructure and Security Agency, the CISA, said it was helping several federal agencies that had been breached, but did not name them. At this time, we're not tracking any significant impacts to the federal civilian executive branch. And again, remember, you know, and this brings me to this idea too. Remember when Klaus Schwab was like, cybersecurity, they're going to warning us that the next big war was going to be a cyber, pandemic, or the next pandemic was going to be a cyber one. Are they setting us up? Is this an inside job? Do you think this is an inside job? Is this a real deal? And honestly, the sad thing about it is if it is the real deal, some people will think it's an inside job. And if it's an inside job, some people will think it's the real deal. It's almost undiscernible to find out exactly what was going on here And now, look, you got liquidity on both ends here. Some people saying, hey, we can get to 24.8 now. However, we chewed through that already and got pretty close to that level. We got through this, but now you see people stacking up some more buy orders. Now they got people in fear. Now they're going to look to see kind of what the people do. If the people kind of act a certain way, they're going to keep it going. But it does say we have closer liquidity up to 26,000. All right. I'm just looking for my flag to play to the upside. That's all in this crazy game of whales. Looks real deal. The hacker group is well known. Some of these movements make it hard to deny. They don't care about us. Everything is an inside job. Nothing is as it seems. It's better off to think that way than to not think that way, in my humble opinion. All right. Shout out to the 302 people on the likes. Let's get the likes up to the 605. Let's go. Likes up to watchers. This is the Lifer crew, man. If I was watching you, I'd hit that like button. You know me. You know me by now. If I was watching you, I would hit that like button. I would throw down. You know what I mean? I would throw down. I'm feeling tall today, even though I'm not that tall. I'm feeling tall. You ever feel tall, but you're not tall? Shout out to everybody here. I'm 5'9". I am not tall. I'll make that very clear. It was apparent to me I was not tall when I went to Bitcoin Miami, and I met everyone from Frankie Candles to Joey Paris, and everybody was taller than me. And I was like, but you know what? You got to bring the energy, and you got to bring the love, and that's what mattered. That's what people remember me for. Jimmy, we love you, man. So many people join my trading group and they don't watch the watch first section. Please watch the watch first section. You got to go to that section and watch it. Please. Proper risk management, how to set up, and I can tell when you don't watch it because you ask questions that would have been answered had you taken. They're like, is there a place to ask your questions? And I'm like, yes, it's the learning library. How many people joined my trading group and didn't hit the watch first section? You know what I mean? We love you, Lever. 6'7" here. Shout out to Octavius Green. 6'7" would be cool to be like towering and have people stare at you wherever you go. 592. Forget about it over here, right? I hear a lot of people mad about BlackRock moving into the space. But the bottom line is institutional money will be in Bitcoin sooner or later. BlackRock owns a piece of the USA, and I see this as a bullish for Bitcoin. Feeling tall. Have you lost some weight? That's the feeling often when one does. Feeling taller. Yeah, I love you, man. Yeah, no. I've actually gained muscle mass, right? Another 6'7" guy. How tall is everybody here in the live? Let me know. I've never asked this. Put your height if you want. Put your height. Let's see what people are. Girls, guys, everybody. Let's see the average height of a lifer. All right? Let me know. Put down your height. All right, I'll start off 5'9". All right. Let's just see the average height of the chat. We have 5'7", 5'10", 6'2", 6'2", 5'8", 5'10", 6'3". My man, God is love. 5'11", 5'10", 5'9", 5'9", 5'9", 5'10", 5'7", 5'9", 5'11". Wow, a lot of people are my height. That's the average height it seems to be in the group. 5'7", 6'2", 6'5". My man. 5'12", 5'8", 77. He's 77 inches maybe. He's, 6 feet, 6'2", 6'4", 6'2", 6'4", 5'4", 6'1", 5'9", 5'11", 6'1", 6'4", 5'11", 6'8", 5'9", 6'3", 6'2", 5'6". BitBoy 5. Nah, he's like my height a little. He's about my height, maybe even an inch taller than me. I might be 5'10", 6 inches from the floor. Oh my gosh. 6 inches on a good day. 6 on a good day. Yeah, 5'11", 6'6", 360 pounds. Jim Wiener Dogs, man. Big Jim Wiener Dog. He's got a big. Oh, Jesus. Oh my gosh. 4'7" actually. Shout out to Allah Benya. 6'3", 227. That's a really good shape and height, Light on his feet, ready to go. 5'9", 5'9", 5'11". Like my favorite rapper, Royce, to 5'9". Shout out to Jamal Antonio. My man. I thought you were way taller than me, man. You look like you were 6 feet, bro. 7'2". My man, are you really 7'2"? Judge Bibbles. Don't work for ELMO ERC. I just noticed Golden Sans. They burn over 6 million coins with 1 billion tokens circulating. Supply in a month and a half. Interesting. 6 from the floor. That was good. I know, right? 6'2", They don't call me Big Jim for nothing over here. Shout out to God is Love, man. Shout out to Big Jim, man. They used to call my dad Big Jim. Remember Big Jim, that awesome song? I think it's by Credence. 6'2", 235. Wow. Never asked the chat how tall y'all were. Again, interesting. I'm 6'2", bro. You're 5'9". Yeah, I was about to say, Jamal. I was about to be like, I thought you were 5'9". I was like, that I gotta be 5'3", man, because you definitely taller than me, bro. I was like, I remember the picture. Funny. All the great drill instructors, actors, leads would say, I don't know that stacked that high. Yeah, I didn't know that stacked that high. You're funny. 5'9" is average in the United States. Stallone is 5'10". I think Stallone's 5'5", man. He's small, man. And what about Gina Bombita? She seems not too tall. Where is Gina? We got to put her on a milk carton. Where is Gina? Where is Gina? And shout out to everybody from all the different chats. We got you here. If you're chatting from Twitter, we got you. If you're chatting from Theta TV, we got you. I don't care where you're chatting from, we got you. But it seems to be mostly people from different places. And I like how it does this too. Shout out to Texas Wheezy in the game. Thank you for being here. All right. That's enough. That's enough. We lost 20 people on the live. I don't want to lose any more. So Bitcoin's still inside the flag. And honestly, until the 1 hour curves and gets down, I do see a move to the upside for Bitcoin. Very crazy volatile moment. And we got this liquidity hanging right there at 26,000 for BOOKMAP. That's likely the next place we're going. I'm telling you, it's closer. We got this bridge to get us there at 25.8. And those orders can trip us in to 26,000. Lifer is Miles Finch height. Do a poll, how tall is Gina? You guys are funny. Gina, search on. We're going to start searching for Gina. All right. What's up, Danny, my man? Shout out to everybody here on the live. 1 minute bull flag. Shout out to James Armstrong, my man. Let's take a look at the 1 minuto. Ooh, I like what you're saying there. Look at this beautiful flag of the 1 minute time frame. Let's trade that 100x leverage and just go hard. Let's just trade this hard and just call it a day. You know? Let's have some fun, right? Let's just go all in on this 1 minute candle. That's how people lose money trading, though. They're like, today's the day I'm going all in. I just can't take it anymore. I'm doing it. And it's like, no. Like, and they're like, yeah, I'm going all in. Like, I'm sick of waiting. I can't take it anymore. I don't care. You know, like they just, you know, you lose that discipline. That discipline. Say you had a $100 portfolio, you wanted to double it. Okay? You wanted to double it. This looks like a move coming for me to the upside, I'll tell you that. It's calling my name a little bit. Even though it's free day, it's calling my name. It's weird, though. The perpetuals don't look the same. The perpetual doesn't look the same on MEXC. Like, it's weird. Like, look. Because I would like to trade that, but when I look at it, like, I'm not getting the same. It's kind of strange, right? Is the chart upside down or something? What's going on here? Okay. I didn't know you could flip the chart upside down even here. Whew. I was about to say, like, that's kind of weird. You know what I mean? There's the flag right there. There it is. There it is, boys. There it is. Who has the guts to go 100x long? Who's going to long this flag? Who's going to long the flag? 100x. 100x leverage, right? Let's go for the gusto, guys. It is what it is. It's time to be a man. No, I'm just messing around. How much? $100 at 100x? The liquidation would be 25,459. It'd be pretty close. Easy way to lose $100 pretty fast, I'll be honest. It's just too close for the liquidations, in my humble opinion. Right? if you use 117 on the margin. But you only live once, you know. Fast way to lose $100 though. Keep it 100, baby. If we bring the leverage down, or we either bring the leverage down or the amount down, right? That puts you at 25,452. Still an easy way to lose $100, in my humble opinion. You know, an easy way to lose 100, but you are oversold, and after that, I mean, we could see a bigger move. Just do it. It's only $100. I got 5 on it. Do 10x leverage. So do 50x. 25,190 gives us a little more area to watch. You know what I mean? But like, what do you gain if you win? See, that's the key. You want to see like what you're going for. I always use 1% of the portfolio or less. So you're trying to get 1%, and you got to risk. I would want to be below there. It's a 262. That's not the worst. The risk reward ratio ain't bad, right? And that flag breaks out. This breaks out 68% of the time. So most of the time, you're going to win this trade, all right? Most of the time. But it's an easy way to lose $100 pretty fast, if you ask me, especially on Friday. You know, 116 at 50x, 25,190. Stop loss has to be at 25,428. You lose $40, and then you want to go for the target at 26,047. Or you gain $90. It's like a 2-to-1, really. It's not the best, right? 30% to gain. It's almost 3-to-1. Almost, but not quite. And make sure that we're at the right juncture price action there. And we're using a limit order, so we didn't pay for it, right? And there you have the trade. Interesting enough. Okay, there we go. All right. And that's how you make a quick 4%. Look at that. Bang. The fastest $7 I ever made in my life. You know what I mean? Bitcoin is about to go off, says Crypto Bear Baker. Too slow. Anyone else watching the U.S. Open while watching Sam? Wow, you guys are watching the U.S. Open and me. How dare you? How dare you? I'm just messing around. Have fun. Hit 11, stand on 17. Hi-Riz, baby. My man. Solid. Sam is the man. Shout out to Jebbertron in the house. And, I mean, here we go. The shorts are getting liquidated here for us. And it looks like we can get to this big bar of liquidity at 26,000 on BOOKMAP. All right. Did get a quick pump, though, and that was about it. But this is how you can turn $100 into $200, right? Right? You take the 10. I mean, $6 on 100 is a lot. So see if you can double $100 trading Lev. If you can, then you continue to do the same scenarios over and over again. 6%, 4%. It's swinging around. Let's look at the really small time frames and see what we can see now. So when I'm trading these, then I look at these. I'll look at the one. Who wants to see the 1 second chart? It's kind of an Adam and Eve double top. You see that? Hit a resistance there, but we do, you can see we built off this small support line. VAIOT, please. Thanks in advance. Let's take a look at that while we leave that 1 second chart alone. We'll leave those two charts there. We'll come back to them. VAI. All right. VAIOT. I love this coin. I think it's going to do numbers in the long run. Definitely on my radar. And let's talk about what I see happening on the bigger and the smaller time frame. So I'll put this out in a cup and handle. It bounced off of the 786 Fibonacci level after going a little lower and made a nice move for 74% gain. Same position size, same leverage, and repeat. Lifer has a new nickname, Mr. 68% off of the time. It's official. 1 second is too crazy. I know. It is. It's nuts, right? We're getting the slumpage now. We made it. I mean, that technically was a profitable trade, and you get out. You know what I mean? You take that $7 and you walk away immediately, right? We can also extend the flag, though. This could take all day. I've gotten into a snipe before that just took all day, you know, like just. But so far, so good. As long as we can hold this trend line, we're all right. All right? We're all right. And you could drag and drop these, too. You could just drag these, which is really nice. You can just touch it and move it around. Makes it really simple. All right? Makes it really simple. And then we lose our percentage. We had 7% like that fast. All right? So VAI was in a big cup and handle. We liked it. What are you doing up there? I love you. Oh, I love my kids, man. My dad told me he loved me probably every day of my life, you know, and I met people who said my dad never told me he loved me once. He just wasn't that type of guy. Like, my dad was rough and tough around the edges, but he told me he loved me every day of the week, man. So, look, we projected this idea that it was going to pull back. It did pull back, broke out of the falling wedge. That wedge would have been a nice little gainer. But, look, I see a bigger ascending triangle. My brain already built it. So, let's begin to see this. So, you got this beautiful price action beginning to form here. And you did break out of the falling wedge, and you're making your move, right? And so, wick to wick here. Jamal, man, you got to go to Anna Marie Island one day and you know, eat at the Crab Shack, man. You'll love it, bro. You probably did it before, but definitely it gives you a destination, something to do for the day. It might be an hour ride for you, but I think you'll love it, man, if you ever get out there, right? Falcons, you just continue to pump out the flag, which is nice. That Falcon's on fire right now for whatever reason. I'm seeing something else, too. I got a few coins that are still in a flag that could do some damage. I like to look for 4-hour flags, personally. Kind of see what I'm seeing. And falling wedges. I don't know. But the altcoins are definitely getting hit. Trading Bitcoin has been like the thing recently. Thanks for the suggestion. I think you just love. I don't know if you've ever done it, but I think it would, you know, you just got to you got to get to the tip of Anna Marie Island there, Bean Point Beach, bro. You'll love it, man. It's like being in a whole new world over there. I love it. The drive is beautiful. You go over the 7 Mile Bridge, right? And take you a while. I think it'll take you like an hour, but data breach news. Louisiana and Oregon report 3.5 million affected. Other states assessing the damage. New York, New Jersey, Washington, D.C. Yeah, I mean, it's a big deal. Energy Department and other people have been hacked. You know, and I thought we'd get more information. And they said it was coming. They warned us 2 days ago. Pretty crazy. They said it was coming. And it actually, you know, something actually did happen. So, well, we can only get the news from yesterday. I want to see real-time news, something like right now. Several U.S. federal agencies hacked an organized cyber attack, man. Multiple U.S. government agencies hit in global attack. New York Post had it. Let's see if they have any other news today. Video appears to show taking... So weird. Now they're... Wow. Family of 4 after teen fell asleep at the wheel and drove off. Are you serious? What the? Was behind the wheel to see her grandfather when the vehicle plummeted 30 feet off the cliff, claiming the lives of Dakota, her father. What? So she was driving with her family? I'm so confused, man. I try not to read the news. It's so sad. Oh my gosh. Shark attack in the Bahamas while climbing onto the boat. You kidding me? Lost her leg, dude. Anyway, tossing and slapping a 2-year-old boy. Jesus, man. How could you toss a kid? Like, this is just... Man allegedly had, with the dog threatened... Oh, my God. I can't... I don't read this stuff, man. What's the point of putting that there, too? You know, just like... The Kaviter twins are too hot. Wow. I'm not going to say that's... Wow. Well, the news is insane. Like, 28 million, now he's going to do more. It's just so funny, man. Endless money, what do you do with it? Anyway, you think there would be something about the actual real news here. Obviously not, right? We'll all be inside jobs. All those new and just bad vibrations, we focus on the positive things. Yeah, I stay away from the stuff. Sorry to even bring that out. That's why I don't watch the news a lot. News is just completely grime, you know? Completely grime. So we're still in the battle here. We're still in the battle. We're still consolidating sideways. I've seen these 1 minute, I've seen these 1 minute scalps turn into 2 hours of just insanity. You know what I mean? Doming is not fun. Posted some Tether news. Oh, would you post that in the on the radar? Stack on the radar or in the 99? I couldn't find it. Stack. Put it in the elite or in the 99 if you can. You know. And that brings us to the news. I was about to say it's probably time for the news anyway. Crazy day in the markets, man. Crazy day in the markets. I listened to the TMJ Tribunal on Human and I could see all night. It's very disturbing. And I couldn't sleep all night what they do to kids to get oh my gosh, yeah. Tether allows disclosure of reserve data amidst DPEG concerns. Tether drops freedom of information opposition, allowing CoinDesk to access its reserve data, as USDT imbalance on Curve's 3 pool causes DPEG concerns. Tether is a stablecoin that is designed to be pegged 1-to-1 to the dollar. However, on June 15th, the Tether deviated slightly from its peg to the US dollar, reaching a low of 996 due to the imbalance in Curve's 3 pool. The 3 pool totals 8.2 million in the current breakdown. DAI, USDC, USDT. The ideal weightage is 33.3 for each stablecoin, and the USDT's weightage rose to 74% at one point. This caused some concerns within the crypto community of a DPEG event, which most recently occurred to USDC. Although USDC eventually recovered its peg, the USD Terra DPEG last May did not, leading to the implosion of 40 billion Terra ecosystem. Tether previously reported the New York General's office as part of the settlement obligations. CoinDesk later filed under New York's Freedom of Information law disclosure of Tether's quarterly reports. In June 15th, Tether dropped the legal fight to keep that information private, allowing CoinDesk to receive the documents from the New York AG. The company emphasized its continued commitment to transparency and added that the information is now much less relevant. The reports released are up to the middle of 2021. Today's a good day at Tether. It started with an attack that didn't have much power anyway, and it's dying off already. The attack is a good stress test for us. Nothing more. We'll demonstrate, as we did several times in the past, Tether is strong, liquid, and ready to rock. So, again, I sat with Reeve Collins, asked him to his face where the reserves were. He danced around, but, you know, I felt that he was either connected to the big boys in the back rooms and Tether was going to be fine no matter what. So, told me, you know, things were going to be all right no matter what. So, hey, that's what we saw happening. You know, bit of a double top here on the 1 minute. Says that we may not get this move out of the flag to the upside. We do see tight moving averages and a slight golden cross, though, and we're still oversold on the stochastics, telling us that a move is coming for Bitcoin. All right, and now they're liquidating some longs right here. They're just going hard at the market today. Today's a tough day to trade. Also, whenever we get Fed week, it kind of throws off the whole week. It does, and it takes us the weekend to reset. We have a lot of short 50x between 25.7 and 26.1. Maybe Bitcoin will look at them and retrace a little bit. The attack we show has nothing to do with the main attack. Had a great day off Princetown on the Cape sometime, on Providencetown on the Cape some time ago. I mean, the Cape's beautiful, man. Great place to be. I listened to the, okay, yeah. I never read the news anymore, too negative. Yeah, I stopped reading it. That was the first time I read the news in like a month or two. And that's what I used to read all the time. Like, this person did this person beat that person, this kid did that, these people did, it just like, and you wonder if it's even like, they could just create horrible stories and make you think it's horrible. You can't even, who knows at this point, you know? Sam, what about the Conor McGregor news? I saw that. I didn't want to talk about it, man. I'm not, look, this is an Adam and Eve double top now, which is, dang, man. See it? That's got that Adam and Eve vibe. I have to be honest. We should get a bounce back up at least, though, as the stochastics are low, and let them reset, and then we'll go from there. 1 minute chart. I thought it was on the 1 second. 1 minute chart. Still inside of a flag, but I do see that as an Adam and Eve. Tether, along with Bitcoin, has had its obituary written so many times. Amen. He said Adam and Eve. Shout out to Preston Collins in the game. It's been a while, Preston, man. How you been, man? One take Sammy at it again. Amen. All right, let's bring down the music, and let's jump on into the news. Thank you so much for everything, and I love you all. I'll get that news up and ready to go. We'll see what they're saying, what's going down. But there's a lot of information kind of hanging out here, right? And if we get something on this hack, too, if anyone could find something on the hack, it would be greatly appreciated. Let me know if we can get something on the hack team. Let's get the wire out to the team. Could the team get the hack out there? Shout out to the team. Shout out to Sean. Shout out to Jamie. Shout out to Jay. Shout out to everyone that's with us. Shout out to Greg, too, man. God bless you, Greg. All right, so let's take a look at the news, and I'll be right back with the news. Shout out to everybody here. My name is Samuel James Price, and every single day I go over the news, and we talk about things that are affecting the markets. If there's a hack, what's going on? Like today, U.S. had a hack. We went over that news, kind of breaking it down, and there's just a lot going on. U.S. Energy Department and other agencies hitting a global hacking spree. There was also a group on Twitter that was saying a hack was coming just yesterday and the day before. Coincidence? Same people. Something could tell us, and it was the Department of Energy has been hit a few different states, and this could get deeper. We'll find out where this goes and find out more information as the day continues. Frax Finance to launch Ethereum Layer 2 named Frax Chain. All right, stablecoin project Frax Finance plans to roll out its blockchain named Frax Chain. Frax Chain is designed as a Layer 2 rollup, deriving its security from the Ether mainnet. The team behind Frax Finance, known for creating the Frax stablecoin, has unveiled its strategy to introduce a Layer 2. The network is expected to be ready by the end of the year. Frax Chain's governance will be led by the holders of Frax shares, tokens, FXS. The network will employ the use of Frax stablecoin and the Frax Ether, Frax liquid staking derivative for transaction fees. Furthermore, fees generated by the rollup network could be partly burned or redirected back to the Ethereum mainnet to be distributed among stakers of the FX governance token. Pretty awesome. Frax Chain will incorporate decentralized sequences. Those sequences are specialized nodes responsible for ordering transactions into batches in a rollup network. They will be operated by an entity chosen via a governance vote. This feature, according to Kesmian, will differentiate Frax Chain from other Layer 2 solutions on Ethereum, which typically depend on a single sequencer. Frax Chain proposes a solution where sequencer roles can be auctioned off and rotated, creating a decentralized sequencer base. If a sequencer is forced to shut down, Frax Chain would allow the next elected sequencer to pick up from where the previous one left off. That's interesting. So it has a little bit of a one-up on the other ones. Pretty cool, too. Lido DAO proposes new onboarding round for Ethereum node operators. And Lido keep coming at you. They continue to develop. Definitely would keep Lido DAO on the radar, liquid staking, and continuing to move. So that's pretty cool, too. Quick note in Chainlink's labs to offer Web3 resources across 20 chains. Chainlink continue to build. Remember, Chainlink is behind the scenes and does a lot of interesting stuff. And I believe Chainlink will come back and make a pretty big move. Will it 50x? I don't believe so, but could it 30x and 20x? There's a chance. Back delist Solana, Polygon, and Cardano amid regulatory uncertainty. Wow, that's pretty crazy. They'd even backed. Everyone's jumping on. They don't want to deal with the nonsense. They don't want to deal with it. Maybe that's the main reason they went after those coins, because they were going after the other people that were holding them. Central banks successfully test over 30 CBDC use cases, including offline payments. An API layer could facilitate a wide range of central bank digital currency payment scenarios. A Bank for the International Settlements and Bank of England experiment has shown. A joint experiment by central banks has tested ways to connect monetary authorities and the private sector to facilitate retail digital currency payments, according to a new report. The experiment saw London Innovation Hub of the Bank for International Settlements, which groups the world's central banks, and the Bank of England developed 33 application programming interface, API functionalities, right? An API, an application programming interface, to test more than 30 central banks' digital currencies. Use cases including offline payments. Project Rosalind looked at how API layer could support a retail CBDC and facilitate safe and secure payments through different use cases. The Bank of England is currently consulting on a digital pound, which it has said will likely be needed in the future. The bank said out of its consultation that it would host the centralized ledger and the application programming interface for a potential digital pound. So CBDCs, I'm concerned about them. I think if you look across the range of experiments that we have done in the Innovation Hub, increasingly in the CBDC space, whether it's wholesale or retail, we're experimenting and exploring different dimensions, such as cross-border, offline security. If they think they're all very important elements of CBDC. So before it was like more institutional background stuff, we can move money, but now they want to get it in the hands of the retail and that people know that they can use it. They're going to try to probably buddy it up to a regular fiat at the same time. Like you're going to have access to fiat, and then they're going to slowly take control until next thing you know, it's only CBDC. We know that CBDCs aren't for the people. We know they're going to be a centralized entity that could shut your money off. They're going to claim yes, no, and all this other stuff. But we know at the end of the day, from what we saw with the truckers up in Canada, that if they want to squeeze you, they will squeeze you. And if you give them more control, it's just going to be worse. So definitely concerned over CBDCs. I do not believe they're the way. Bitcoin is the answer, and we could see a move for Bitcoin, right? Still flat on this trade at 25.65 as we're starting to kind of make somewhat of a double bottom here, though, and negate the fact that we could have an Adam and Eve double bottom right now on Bitcoin. Crypto traders flock to OTC markets as exchange liquidity dries up amid regulatory clampdown. Over-the-counter demand is at the rise as it spread and remained tight across OTC desks. Crypto traders are turning to over-the-counter markets to source elusive liquidity following a regulatory crackdown that has resulted in substantial decrease in market depth on centralized exchanges. OTC demand has been steadily on the rise since the collapse of FTX in November, with subsequent spikes being attributed to the collapse of several crypto lenders last year, and more recently, the SEC's decision to sue Binance, according to Zahreddin Taoug, head of the trading at Paris-based market firm Wharton. The catalyst for this demand has been sharp drop in the market depth across exchanges. Market depth is a metric that measures liquidity by assessing how much capital would be required to move an asset in either direction, typically measured at a spread of 2%. Last month, Jane Street and Jump, two prominent market makers, announced that they were, at the very least, reducing their trading activity. This compounded the liquidity woes that have been felt since FTX's collapse, with market depth on exchanges sliding more than 50% between November and May. And this week has emerged the market depth on Binance US. Yeah, they lost 76%. They went after them. They also took away their fiat bridge. That's what's going to happen. I expect this type of news during a bear market. I expect this type of news while Bitcoin's getting, going up and down. They're attempting to kick our teeth in. Stay strong. This is what we see. Months from now, we'll look back on the halving and we will laugh, as no other asset has a halving like Bitcoin. No other asset has the security of Bitcoin. No other asset can hold as much money as it can without getting hacked as Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been secure, has been strong, and shown to be one of the greatest assets in the world. So MicroStrategy said it best since they got in March of 2020. MicroStrategy stock is just continuing to go up compared to the S&P, compared to any other investment. They've outpaced broader markets. So Bitcoin also, you have to remember, was 1 penny, less than a penny at one point, and now it's way, way more. The fact that Bitcoin is continuing to rip to the upside tells you that it's just better than the dollar in the long run over time. So, and again, everyone, that is the news, and we're going to keep this hack kind of news coming at you too. This is kind of really, something to be concerned about for sure. Was it an inside job to create overall cybersecurity sanctions on everybody? Or was it a real deal hack from a hacking company? I always wonder, and we'll see if maybe they said they come out and claim it, but to me, it's either here or there. I also don't trust everything that comes out of the news. So shout out to everyone for watching the news. Thank you so much for jumping on in, and I appreciate it more than you would ever know. Let's get back to our regularly scheduled program and the charts like we do. VAI, I'm looking at it in the symmetrical ascending triangle. This would be a nice buy zone for it. I could see a 59% move coming out of VAI, holding its zone pretty well. The 1 hour wants to make a bit of a bounce to the upside. The 4 hour also has legs, and if we look at the 12 hour, it also is in a good spot where it could continue to go to the upside. So the three main time frames that I like, the 3 main time frames that I like are showing signs of a move to the upside. I could see VAI making some pretty nice gains of 59%, definitely on the radar for a possible gain. And again, you have some areas to keep a nice stop loss too, as it kind of slowly went to the upside. So I'm just looking at this. This is my charting style, says that this could make a move to the upside. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I'm saying you should be taken as such, and there's no guarantees that this is going up or down. I also wasn't paid to say this. I'm just looking at the charts the way I look at the charts. That's all. All right. VAIOT, USDT, and and this is VAIOT, right? What I like about this coin is it's been around a long time. It's strong. And I remember it having something to do with like a decentralized type of like having kind of like a decentralized YouTube, so to speak, VAI, and it has that AI in it too, right? So it's got an AI narrative sitting at 10 cents with a $26 million market cap. And it combines artificial intelligence and blockchain to create new ways of digital assessing services and securely concluding legal agreements using a natural user interface. The project is regulated under the Virtual Financial Assets Regulatory Framework in Malta. So it's already kind of, given some type of stamp of approval in a financial sector. And the VII enables both business and consumers to utilize a set of technologies called intelligent contracts. It serves as a personal assistant available on mobile devices via a simple natural user interface, providing AI-based legal services. The company also offers a novel intelligent service distribution channel that empowers businesses to adapt to modern customers by providing a new way of assessing services. For more, go to vi.ai. So AI play right there in the space. I do hold some of this long term. I will disclose that. But just as a short-term trade, I'm not in it right now, but it's looking like it could make a move to the upside. I'd be watching VAI. There's going to be something happening at one point, in the space. So it's going to continue to go to the upside. No, team, we didn't get any more information on the hack, nothing crazy. I just wanted to see if we were missing or getting there. Again, all coins have been harder to trade. The space has been a little tighter. We still see some movement if we look for it and we work really hard. And trading with maybe small leverage on the move is really kind of what we're looking at. This is slumped now again. We're down, $15 already? Oh, man. That's a bunch of hogwash, honestly. But, again, for me, I guess the scalp was to buy the insane whip to the upside. However, it's still in a beautiful flag. That flag is not done yet. I'll keep my group privy to what happens to this trade. I'll either tell you whether we get stopped out or whether we win the trade. And I'll have patience and wait for it to continue. But dang, only putting $100 and being down $13, that's how you go. But that's when you trade 49x long, man. That's what happens. So high risk, high reward in the game. All right. And I still like this flag. This flag is looking good to me. This 1 minute flag isn't over yet. And as long as we can stay above these moving averages and get a move, I could see a pump to the upside. The 1 hour also suggesting we could continue to the upside. And we still got this liquidity right here, this big bar of liquidity at 26,000. That's a big sell that could get us to squeeze the shorts. But only time will tell. Be careful. I don't risk a lot of money because I don't leverage trade heavily. It's not like my forte. I don't make tons of money leverage trading. I want to make sure I could double $1,000 before I start putting in big money into leverage trading. That's kind of how I look at it. So until I double my money, I'm not going to be putting more money in, and that's the proper way to leverage trade, in my humble opinion. We got some U.S. government says several agencies hacked as part of a broader cyber attack. Several U.S. agencies. This came out but this was yesterday. Yeah, we can't get something from today. For some reason they don't want to give us new updated information. These are all from yesterday. A well-known ransomware group. It's funny, but who knows? But thank you so much, Zach. I appreciate you sending me that news. Crypto Bear Baker, millions of American personal data exposed. See, that's what we're not, that. Okay, this is at 10:38 a.m. on Friday. Millions of people in Louisiana and Oregon have had their data compromised in a sprawling cyber attack that has hit the U.S. federal government, state agencies said. The breach has attacked 3.5 million Oregons with driver's license or state ID cards, and anyone with that documentation in Louisiana. The Louisiana governor's office did not put a number on the number of victims, but over 3 million Louisiana hold driver's licenses, according to public data. The state did not blame anyone in particular for the hack, but the federal official attributed to a broad hacking campaign using the same software vulnerability to a Russian ransomware gang. The sweeping hack has left exposed data at hundreds of organizations across the globe and also compromised multiple U.S. federal agencies, including the Department of Energy, as well as data from major corporations in Britain like BBC and the British Airways. The Russian-speaking hackers that claimed the credit are known to demand multi-million-dollar ransoms through U.S. and state governments say they have not received any demands. The data exposed in the breach of Oregon and Louisiana motor vehicle departments may include Social Security numbers and driver's licenses, prompting state authorities to advise their residents on how they can protect themselves from identity fraud. It's another good thing about it. You get identity fraud, right? And they can use the banking sector, but with your money on a hardware wallet, okay? Someone could take your identity and it doesn't matter. As long as they don't have your seed phrase, they got nothing on you. Another cool thing about cryptocurrency that keeps you safe, this is actually an ad for crypto because this whole system, this centralized system can go down the tubes if there's one crack in it, right? That's why you want a decentralized network. It's safer for everybody. For instance, if you had your own control of your own ID and you basically attach your ID everywhere, but no, your ID has to be in all these different databases. And because your ID is in all these different databases, right? One hack can lead to everyone, so many different people having your information, which to me is absolute insanity. It's not the way things are supposed to go, right? So Bitcoin sitting at 25,610, and we're battling the zone right now. And it's honestly, I can't tell you what's going to happen. Let me look at the bigger time frame one more time and assess the situation here. And get off the 1 second chart real quick. It's crazy. Trading has been absolutely treacherous. But there's still been gains. I mean, we still were able to put, squad hit yesterday. I can't believe it for mass. Like, what a beautiful move to the upside. Like, people are forced to trade leverage right now because that's how you can squeeze out a gain that you couldn't before. Still got the hidden bullish divergence on the 3-day that I talked about. It's been confirmed now too, which is great. Previous resistance is becoming support, which is also great. We did get a bounce on the 3-day chart so far, as you can see, a bounce to the upside. All right, and so the bigger picture is still in play. All right, 4-hour time frame isn't the best right now, but it's still kind of showing signs of some type of flag. And then even just the 1 hour is still in this flag that we showed you at the beginning of the live, right? And the 1 hour still has legs to the upside. So despite the volatility, I still see a move on the 1 hour to the upside. It is just breaching, and it has technically broken out because that candle is outside of the resistance zone. And we have a liquidity zone up here, and this would take us just, and again, bottom of the pattern, top of the pattern. It's just pattern trading 101. We're likely to get to the top of that pattern. So we'll see. Bitcoin's starting to climb a little bit here on the futures accounts too as well. And I opened up a pretty risky long right here. And we're only down $1 now. So we'll see what happens. And that's why you don't freak out. You stay in the position till the position makes sense. Either you get stopped out or you hit the target. So we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. You either make $100 off $100, which is pretty sweet, or we're going to lose, like $40. So we'll go from there. Nice breach there of the smaller area. And that's a bit of a double bottom there too as well, showing signs of life to the upside. So I'll keep my trading group privy to this, and we'll see what happens. I'll be scanning the markets for other coins that I'm looking at. I did put out a cool something that I was looking at earlier today that looks like it could make a pretty big gain. But again, join the trading group to see that. I don't want to give you guys all the buns. Some of the buns I keep to myself, baby. You know what I mean? And so look at my man who jumped in on MEXC, and he made 800%. I mean, $7, but still, I mean, he started with a bean. He used big time. He's learning how to trade with a smaller amount of money, but I mean, still makes $7. That's how you do it. Slowly but surely turn $100 into $200. Once you do that, you can kind of make it a bigger idea. All right. People are testing small bags on decisions so they don't lose all their money. That's the smart thing to do. Trading is just like driving a high-powered car in a race. You want to make sure that it's working first. You want to make sure things are going well, and then you can start bringing up the speed, start adding to it, to the upside, right? But wow, volatile day for Friday, I'll be honest. Insane. Always something. Look at this too, though. High BAYC starting to form somewhat of a symmetrical triangle. And it already started to break out. Liquidity is lower than you'd like it to be. You'd like these candles to be a little thicker. And even this is a bigger channel. You can see we're flagging out right here. I wouldn't be surprised if this flag broke to the upside. You got the smaller flag and the bigger flag. 30-minute chart suggests a pump is coming for high BAYC. We played that first pump up, came back down. It double bottomed again. Could we see a big move? I'm watching this for a possible scalp too as well. The high coins have been given more gains than most other coins recently, attached to NFTs and the like. Dude, we just won our trade huge. Look at this. Boom. Boom, baby, boom. That's what I'm talking about. And they liquidated us up to 26,000 on the mark. It went right to that liquidity zone that I was talking about. Bang, bang, bang. And honestly, that's where I would close this trade. Look at that, 37% gains. We nailed it. We did it. We did it, baby. We did it. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. And then I kind of raised the stop loss to 28,000 to 27.8 and see if I can hang out. You know, that's what I do. I just keep riding it. Or 26,800, 25.8. And now I'm covered. I can't lose the trade. You get it? I can't lose the trade now. 40%. And then double check you did it right. Look, stop loss isn't, look, 25,800. What was that all about? Hit confirm. Isn't that funny that I checked that I did it right? And I never usually do that. I was like, oh, it's good to go. And I should get stopped out here and then take that money. Let's see what happens. Nice move to the upside, short squeezing right to the liquidity zone that we talked about. And this is how BOOKMAP helps you make a good decision while trading. You can kind of see where the closest liquidity zone is and get on in there. And look, I just took the trade for gains, man. We got 'em, baby. We got 'em. We did it, baby. We did it. I'm going to turn $1,000 into $2,000. $50 at a time. I only need to do that 10 times. That's 500. I do it 20 times and I double up, right? And it's all about having proper risk management. I could have been stopped out. It was what it was, right? And then we sell that area. We did it, everyone. We did it. We did it. Shout out to anyone that may or may not have taken the trade with the kid. But hey, scared money don't make money, baby. Scared money don't make money. We did it, baby. Let's go. Always get wicked out before it takes off. You ain't got the salt. I had to trade in my stop loss. Got hit before that with that wick. Dang. Man. I woke up to that pretty picture. Shout out to GF, man. We nailed it. I'm done with leverage. Gonna save 10K. I'm gonna save 10K in spot trade. If you just lose small amounts of money till you figure out how to do it. You know what I mean? That's the key. And look, we sold it. See, I put the stop loss. You gotta I've learned to just take it when you can take it. You know what I mean? Smaller time frames, take what you can, get in and get out. And look at the massive liquidations that we just had. Look how fast that move was. Today is a crazy day, man. Crazy day. But we did call that pump. You know what I mean? Little pump there to the upside. Again, nothing was guaranteed. There's no guaranteed. I scratched that 800 with a bear bag. That pick is already made for you. Don't have to screenshot. Just download. Yeah, no, but then you have to wait for the download, which I found takes a moment. So the screenshot just easy and quick, you know, easy and quick. And then usually you can paste it. You hit paste and it's right there. Trade MEXC today, baby. Bang. And, you know, you got to squeeze out a gain somehow, some way. No matter how tough it is or how little, I don't care how small the gain is. I want to learn every single day. I want to add to my tool belt. I want to constantly see what's going down in these markets. All right. Bang. Boom, baby, bang. MEXC today. And put a Bitcoin logo there. What are you trading over here? Bitcoin button. What is that? Why isn't it just Bitcoin? You should just do Bitcoin, right? Nothing, just Bitcoin, buddies. Funny, usually gives the one with the little logo and everything. Boom, baby. Trade MEXC today. MEXC. Nailed it. Nailed it. Good luck, bro. The haters are never here on days like this. Wonder why. Yeah, I see you lurking. For the quicker stop loss adjustments, you can drag them on the chart. Oh, yeah, I could have dragged them on the chart. And I said that, too. And I'm sitting there like trying to, you're right, I could just drag them up. So smart, man. I appreciate you telling me that because they implemented that just a month ago, so it's new. You know what I mean? And it's new, so. And it took guts, man. It takes guts to win. Practice makes almost perfect. I keep 500 in my MEXC account, trade with 200x leverage on my indicator signals, divergence, SR patterns, and fibs. Build to 10K, cash out, repeat with the new MEXC account. I keep 500 in the MEXC account, trade with 200x leverage on my indicator signals, divergence, SR patterns, and fibs. Wow, you trade a lot like me. I like it. Build to 10K. Wow, you're able to build to 10K? I mean, I would like to sit with you and you could teach me how you do that. You know what I mean? 89% win night on 200x trades. Dude, can you email me and tutor me? I'm dead serious. And I'll give you something, and I'll give you maybe a month free in the trading group. But I would like to sit down, email cryptolifers@gmail.com. I still need to learn, man. I want to learn exactly what you're doing, how you're doing it, and I want to replicate with smaller amounts of money. I got the technical analysis down. I got to work on the emotional section with the leverage because it gets up and down so quick. But what an exciting time to be alive, right? And look, where do we pump to? The 200 SMA. You see that? Perfect place to take some profits is the 200 SMA. I can't tell you how many times the 200 acts as a resistance point, and we see that all the time, right? And even with the volatility, it was ballsy to jump on in today, right? 1 hour challenging the 200 SMA. Record the tutoring. Will you be expanding your live streams to Rumble and to Twitch in the future in case something happens here? I am on Twitch every day. Nothing's going to happen here, though. Everything is fine. Don't even project that nonsense. We've already been through it, and we were able to kind of get it back into place, so. Wow, there's massive attacks around the globe right now on NETSCOUT. NETSCOUT, a good place to kind of see what's happening around the world. I want to see where he found that map, though. I want to see an interactive map. I don't know how he got the interactive map up. Oh, man, we're entering such a new world and so many new things and attacks and issues. It's just insanity. It's insanity. I'd still be in the money if I held on to the trade. Let's go to the smaller time frame. I saw a flag on the 5 that told me we could continue. Makes you want to trade that flag now on the 5 second. You know what I mean? It says we could continue to the upside here and get another more push up. What I like to look for is for BOOKMAP to build more liquidity in my direction. So like this guy was there. I'd like him to kind of stay put and add some more liquidity. It does say 26K is our area, but we kind of hit that. Look, we hit that liquidity. I told you, you don't want to be short in between that area, and we definitely got the short squeeze. I love that you can actually watch the squeeze. What am I doing here with BOOKMAP? BOOKMAP, see what the candles are hiding. You want to see this. Like this is important. All right, so take a look. A trading platform that displays market liquidity. Check what the candlesticks are hiding. So you can just see candlesticks. And that's great with probability and oscillators and all that. But once I added liquidity and started seeing what was actually going on, I got more insight. Link to BOOKMAP below. It'll really, I believe, help you trade on a new level. You'll be able to understand. You also understand markets, and it'll take some time. At first, it was just some bubbles and lines. It'll freak you out. But if you keep working with it, if you keep bringing it into your TA, eventually it's going to be kind of embedded in your subconscious, and you're going to see things you didn't know. So exo charts is good for Dom. Take a look at exo charts, man. Jack Smith, prosecutor, caught donating to Biden during an ethics complaint. Wow. Jack Smith, prosecutor, caught donating to Biden during. I mean, there's so many weird things going on with that. You're one of the most down-to-earth trader YouTubers. Very understandable, in my opinion. Hope you keep doing what you're doing. I won't stop, Manny Emmanuel. If you keep coming, I'm going to keep coming, man. Every Q I do around 20K on rolling average. Last Q was only 980. I got some wild highs and wild low performance, but at least it always profits. Better than Walmart. Yeet. Will you be expanding your live streams to Rumble and to Twitch? Practice makes almost perfect. I keep 500 in my MEXC account. Trade with 200x leverage on my indicator signals. How do you trade with 200x leverage? That's just insane. I would have been stopped out if I'd done that. You know what I mean? Shout out to all the people out here on the live. We appreciate you all. Thank you for jumping on in. So the next move would be this 5-second flag to the upside. I just won. I don't want to give it back. And that's how you make $50 off $100. I mean, 49, 50. You got to love that, man. You know what I mean? You do that 10 times a day, you make $500 a day. $500 a day, you're making, $3,500 a week. $3,500 a week, you're making 14 grand a month. 14 grand a month is 168,000 a year, right? So, I'm just saying 14 times 12, 168, right? Yes, my math was right. You don't want to do math wrong in your head in front of everyone on the live. That's not going to help you out. You know what I mean? Man, this is flagging out pretty nicely. I'll give it to you. That's a bull flag. That has a 68% chance of breaking out. Now remember, the odds were in my favor. I was going to win this trade because I know the odds of the shape that I was trading, right? Because I've traded these shapes many times in my life. So I know you think I'm insane, but that's really what it comes down to. Okay? I wouldn't be surprised if this pushes further up to the upside. I kind of want to get in again. You know what I mean? Liquidation, stop loss on those 200X. LOL, but definitely possible. I've experimented with myself. Yeah, you can't really put a stop loss because the liquidation's so close. BOOKMAP has enhanced my trading a lot. I don't trade without it anymore. Huge advantage. Shout out to Abby Absinen. Abison. God bless you. Burke. Billy. Is Crypto Billy in the house? I think it's early for Crypto Billy. He's out working. Sam. But you know that 60% of the 30 days in a month is 18 days in profit. Hey, man, anything's better than not. You know what I mean? You can click auto and add to margin to avoid getting liquidated. Yeah, but that's if you're trading cross, right? Looks like they're going to liquidate more shorts right now. They want to attempt to get back up to the bar liquidity. There he is. He came back in. See, I wanted this guy to build that right there. That's what I was looking for. This bar to get. Now he's back. It tells me that we're likely to get to 26,200 or 300. All right. Crypto Billy is in the building. Shout out to Crypto Billy. Hola, Hannah. You know what's funny, Crypto Billy? I'm looking for your name in white, and I saw it in green and didn't see it. But now I'm like, oh, yeah, there he is. Shout out to Crypto Billy, man. You never miss anything I do, man. You on all my ATV shows. You come to this show. You're great, man. And this man sent flowers to my father's funeral, man. Like, it was so funny to see the word crypto at my dad's funeral. It was like Crypto Billy, you know. And there's the pump to the upside. I would be up even more had I held the trade or not gotten stopped out at 25,870. Continued to pump to the upside. I got rained out today. Tibby313. FUD expert. Wish you all the best in a full, abundant life, brother. Shout out to all the lovers of life, man. Shout out to all the lifers on the live stream. I appreciate you all more than you would ever know. We just went through a most volatile day. It was insane. Shout out to the $25 in chat revenue. Thank you for the love. Make sure I didn't miss any super chats. Any super chats that I did miss, it's been kind of an exciting day, so to speak. %70 of all Bitcoin in existence has been hodled and has not sold in over a year. I'm more bullish on Bitcoin than ever before. The people that get into Bitcoin know what they got. It's like finding a gem that you looked all through the mountains for and you finally got a piece, and everyone's looking for their piece. And I know that just holding Bitcoin is the answer for me personally. I'm not a financial advisor. Another guy saying you should be taking his financial advice, but I feel comfortable knowing that I have Bitcoin. You know what I mean? I'd rather have a Bitcoin and not need one than need a Bitcoin and not have one. I'd rather be ready to go. You know what I mean? Up 114% on Litecoin long, 570 on Bitcoin long, and 482 on the ETH long this AM. Wow, man. Dude, can you really, can you email cryptolifers@gmail.com? Could you do that for me? Or sam@cryptolifer.com, whichever one you want. Souls Full Ginger. And I would really like to sit with you for at least a half an hour to an hour of your time and just kind of pick apart what you do, ask you how you're doing it, and just gain some information, you know? Our weather is off and nasty, so I've been jamming today on MEXC. My man, it's a beautiful day here. It's a beautiful day here. Absolutely beautiful. Now we're cup and handling here. You see this? Now you got yourself a cup and handle that could break further up to the upside. We are on the 5-second chart, but the volatility's been insane. And when When price action moves quick, you need smaller time frames to capture its moves. That's just how it works. All right? You're not forcing it. That's just how I'm using smaller time frames because that's how it is right now at the present moment in time. That's a cup and handle that could break further to the upside. All right? And then you already broke out of this to the upside that we found that beforehand. All right? Bet, emailing you now. Let's chat. Yo, thank you so much for your time. Like, that would be like, I'd be blessed to do that because I got to work on it. I need to work on the leverage game. All right? Sam, you ever trade the actual MEXC coin? I buy it at low prices and hold it for long holding. But yes, I do like to trade it. It's a really good coin to trade. Everybody's crazy about a sharp dressed man. Let's go, man. God bless you. Shout out to Crypto Billy, man. You're the man, dude. I still remember, man. You're such a good dude, man. Drinking tonic with you at that party, man. God bless you, brother. God bless you in all your endeavors. You're a good man, Crypto Billy. You're a good man. It's a beautiful day. Any day, I get to see the light of the day. Love you, lifers. I love that you said that, man. Amen. So many people never made it. Let's be grateful for every single moment of our lives. Let's be thankful and grateful for every single moment in our lives. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. Let's go, baby. If you didn't work out today, get yourself a workout. Let's chug that water and finish it off. And if you remember the shirt, Billy, this is the one I switched into last night. But I only wore it for a minute, so I was like, I might as well just wear it today. You know what I mean? I thought you'd find that funny. They were trying to call me a gym coach. These guys, man. Shout out to the 444 people still in the live. 412 likes. Unbelievable. Penn State is a sick professor. I'm not saying it. You still planning the Laguna trip? You know, I think I'm going to spend time with my mom instead. We'll also sub now. You're a legend. Love the engagement. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, brother. It's funny. It's doing a similar thing that it just did before. I can take it at 26,164. And look, that's exactly, this guy's hiding out right here now with liquidity at 26,250. So we got this huge sell bar though. Like we can't we got to break through 26,000. On this chart, we got to 25.89. Futures got to 26. Moving averages do look good for a pump to the upside. Wait for the Stokes to reset. This could make some bacon on the beach. MX back above the 200 SMA on the 22-hour. That's a good sign, too, as well. The shirt changed yesterday. So funny, right? I was sitting there. I was like, man, how you going to call me? I was like, no way. I'm not going down like this. And then my points were going up. And I was like, it looks like I'm going to win this one today. I was like, man, they're going to ask me to say something at the end. I was like, and I'm going to have the... I was like, I'm going... And so I looked at how many people they asked when they asked me something. And I knew I'm supposed to be there. But I ran into my bedroom next door. And I switched my shirt real quick. My shorts are waiting up top. Shout out to Preston Collins. Always trying to fight the market. Everyone, thank you for being here. I love you all. Gratitude is the attitude. I thank each and every one of you for being with me every single day. I appreciate you all for jumping on into the live. And thank you for this beautiful life that I live with each and every one of you. Thank you for the opportunity to come every single day and do what I do. I appreciate you all. I may not know it all. I may not hit every single trade. But what I can tell you is I'll be here every single day, and I will be consistent. I'll put my best foot forward, and I'll give everything I have every single day. And I love you all more than you would ever know, and I appreciate you all more than you would ever know. And I hope your family is safe, okay? And may God rest the soul of my father, man. May God rest my father, man. There he is right there. Jimmy, baby. I love you, Dad. Thank you for everything, man. I'll think about you every moment of my life. It's funny, I think about my dad every minute of the day. There isn't a minute of the day that I don't think about my father. I'm telling you right now, not like 60, maybe even 80 times an hour. I mean, in a minute, or in an hour. But my dad is in me. My dad is with me. I still live just with all the things that he's given me. Man. God bless you all. Thank you for being here. I'll see you later on the next live. Oh, there's the pump, 25.9 and going hard. And they're going right into that liquidity zone, battling them off. Look at this. The volatility has been insane today. Look, and there we go. We got to breach that area. And this guy's in waiting right here, which tells me that we could get even further up once we break through that liquidity zone. Your DNA is made by him. I know. So crazy, right? It's been 3 years and I do the same with my mom, man. Shout out to Real Crypto News, man. We love you. God bless your mother up in heaven, man. And I'm sorry you went through that. I understand your pain. And I wouldn't be able to say that even just a few months ago. People would say, I lost my mom or dad. And I'd be like, oh, that's horrible. I didn't even know the depths of it. You know. New moon tomorrow, not good. Usually we get a dump too. Not saying it has to happen, but it's usually not the best for the market. Love you, brother. Love you all. Thank you for being here. And I'll see you on the next live stream. God bless each and every one of you. And have a wonderful day. Thank you. Gratitude is the attitude for abundance. And, yeah. Been 2 years Christmas Eve since I lost my father. Keep the memories alive. Lifer for president. Thank you, my man. Never trade log, man. Never trade log. Log isn't going to give you the proper ideas. Please don't trade log. But again, do whatever makes you happy. I'm not a financial advisor. I would never trade log. Be careful doing that. I love you all. We'll see you on the next live. Tomorrow morning update and then Saturday night live stream. The double whammy we hit you with tomorrow. So thank you, everyone, for everything. I could say thank you a million times, but I just want to keep saying it because I want to stay in a moment of gratitude. God bless you all. Thank you. I'll see you next live stream.